My Hero Academia, 10 anime characters who would be a perfect match for Tenya Iida. Tenya Iida may be uptight, but he's got a good heart, and he wouldn't mind landing a date one of these days. My Hero Academia is a hit superhero anime series with an ensemble cast, mainly the students from UA High School. Izuku is the main protagonist, of course, but the story takes time to develop and enrich its many supporting characters, such as Ochako Uraraka and Kasuki Bakugo. Then there's the matter of Tenya Iida, Class 1A's representative. Tenya Iida is a studious and disciplined student, and he aspires to become a great runner hero like his big brother, Tensei. Tenya may be rather uptight and stern at times, but he has always had a good heart, and he values his friends and classmates like family. If he had the chance, Tenya would try his hand at dating too, and he's sure to impress some potential partners with stories of his heroic adventures. In his own universe and beyond, he has plenty of lovely prospects. 10. Momo Yaoyorozu is a lot like him My Hero Academia. Starting in the world of My Hero Academia, Tenya Iida could ask out his classmate Momo Yaoyorozu, and it's easy to imagine Momo gladly saying yes. They have a lot in common, including their status as top-tier students. Tenya and Momo already get along well in the story of My Hero Academia, and they respect each other as smart and dedicated students who nurse a burning passion to become a hero. Now it's time to take their relationship to the next level. 9. Tatsuki Arisawa loves martial arts, to Bleach. Tatsuki Arisawa is one of the normies, living in Karakura town, characters who have almost nothing to do with Soul Reapers, Arancars, or Quincy. She does have token spiritual awareness, though, and she is highly protective of her spiritually gifted best friend, Orihime Inoue. Tatsuki isn't too keen on Orihime dating anyone just yet, but she would be impressed if she met Tenya Iida, a noble and brave boy who, like Tatsuki, will risk anything to defend the innocent. Tenya is a melee-oriented hero like Tatsuki, and that could give them something to bond over. 8. Urza Scarlet is tough but kind fairy tale. The S-ranked wizard Urza Scarlet is a great catch for anyone looking for a travel companion, a friend, or a date. Though, understandably, Urza has high standards. She is a powerful and noble wizard who belongs to the famed fairy tale guild. It takes a lot to impress her. Tenya Iida would definitely catch Urza's eye if Jalal weren't in the story. And Urza would be impressed with Tenya's speed-based magic and heroic spirit. No doubt Tenya would return those feelings in full, and before long, they could have a lovely date in Magnolia, a charming city for a night out. 7. Asami Sato is smart, heroic, responsible. The Legend of Korra. The Legend of Korra is an anime-style series with plenty of shonen conventions to its name, and Tenya Iida would practically feel at home if he visited the Korra universe. Along the way, he could meet wonderful people such as the brothers Mako and Bolin, and then he would meet the gorgeous and brilliant Asami Sato, head of Future Industries. Asami is beloved not just for her classy looks, but also her impressive business acumen, her incredible bravery in battle and, of course, her gentle and selfless heart. She and Tenya Iida will hit it off right away, and Asami could show Tenya all around Republic City, including dinner at an upscale restaurant. 6. Maki Zenin is a sorcerer underdog Jujutsu Kaisen. In the first season of Jujutsu Kaisen, Maki and her twin sister Mai aren't exactly in the mood to date anyone, since they have a lot on their minds, including their feud with one another. If Maki got a few days off to relax and enjoy herself, though, she wouldn't mind spending that time with Tenya Iida. In many ways, Jujutsu sorcerers are like pro heroes. And Maki and Tenya thus have plenty in common. They are also tough and smart fighters who know what's at stake, and their personalities are roughly similar, too. Nobara and Yuji would wish Maki the best with her lovely new relationship. 5. Azazel Ameri can file paperwork and fight monsters. Welcome to Demon School, Irumakuen. Azazel Ameri is the student council president at the Babel's School for Demons, and she would actually fit in well at you. Either in Class 1A or 1B, Ameri boasts demonic strength, speed, and agility, and she can use her bloodline trait to push her strength into overdrive. It's almost like a quirk. And Tenya will be impressed. Ameri would appeal to several of the boys at UA, including Izuku himself, and Tenya would be drawn to her, too. He'd see a lot of himself in Ameri, and vice versa. And they will no doubt respect each other greatly. They'll have a great time on their first date at Walter Park. 4. Misaki Ayuzawa can make an exception for Tenya maid Sama. Misaki Ayuzawa is the student council president at Saika High, and she is also a serious student who moonlights as a maid at a maid cafe to support her mother and younger sister. In Tenya's eyes, Misaki is a noble hero without a cape, and he would be intrigued. On the whole, Misaki keeps boys at arm's length, but she makes exceptions for trustworthy people such as her childhood friend Hinata, and a few others. She would also recognize Tenya as a noble and trustworthy person who could easily become her friend and, if Takumi isn't around, her boyfriend, too. She can relax and be herself around Tenya. 3. Sophia Ascart loves books. Helping people. My next life as a villainess. In the original story of Fortune Lover, an otome game, Sophia Ascart was a timid and insecure girl who didn't like how her albinism turned people away from her. Fortunately, the new Katarina Clays befriended her and boosted her confidence, and now, Sophia is a happier and more self-assured girl. Sophia loves books, romance stories, and supporting her friends through thick and thin. And Tenya would definitely be drawn to such girls. In Tenya's eyes, Katarina is too silly and Mary Hunt is a bit too intense, but Sophia is a good catch, and she'd gladly have a picnic date with him in the idyllic countryside. 2. Kyoko Hori is tough charming as a big sister Horimiya. In the original story of Horimiya, Kyoko Hori ends up together with her meek and unassuming classmate Izumi Miyamura. But without Izumi around, Kyoko could end up with Tenya Iida instead, and once again, he would see himself reflected in another person in all the right ways. Kyoko isn't a fighter and she certainly has no quirk. All the same, no doubt Tenya can appreciate Kyoko's responsible and mature personality as a big sister, and she is also protective of her friends and takes school seriously. She also has her charming and carefree side to round things out nicely. 1. Asuna Yuki is a sword-slinging heroine. Sword Art Online. Asuna Yuki is a major supporting character in Sword Art Online, and she would be an appealing date for many heroic characters across the anime world. Tenya Iida included. Asuna is smart, brave, deeply loyal, and charming, and she even acted as a foster mother to Yui, with Kirito being the foster father. Asuna has the true heart of a hero. And Tenya Iida will be deeply impressed, even humbled, by tales of Asuna's many adventures. If Kirito isn't around, it's easy to imagine Yuki liking Tenya right back, and they can have a colorful date in the world of Alfheim Online.